Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. We are live from Project Rubi-ka. So I'm just going to do a quick bit of social mediaing. Only take a few seconds, I think. Less than a minute, at least, if everything works. Okay, it's all of those, and onto the Discord as well. Why not? Kill it! Oh, he's got looks like he's got nippies. How? How do you has nippies? I think I have a few too many mobs. Yes, I do. I just saw it spawn in front of me. Thankfully, it was further forward than the others, so the tethering means... Good luck. Yeah, that other guy looked like he had nippies. Can you get nippies on at that level? He didn't look much higher level than me. Anyway, good evening, everybody. Pink goggles, no clue. Welcome to the stream. Stretching. And Ghostmaster, welcome on in. Yes, I need to stretch more. Yes, I do. You do not stretch enough. That's bad for you. You should always have a good stretch, you know? Anyway, there wasn't a stream Saturday, Sunday, because Mrs. Carlos said, why don't we have a weekend? You're either in work or streaming. I was, okay, boss. So we had a nice couple of evenings together. Which was nice. Actually, I should as well have one of them running. Yes, nothing on these. Nope. They probably ran, killed the others already. Don't know. He might aggro. Yeah. You can get 140 nippy stilettos, can't you? So maybe he was using those, I don't know. Good job having them on. Yep, I would say he's been over here pillaging as well. Chances of someone leaving predator armor on these corpses is low. But not impossible. They do look like nippies, don't they? Stab me gently, 110. Oh yeah, maybe, Fine. Leave you to it. He was here before me. Because I logged in and just saw the mob and went, oh, I'll kill it. And then saw he was killing the other one. So, no biggie. Yeah, so we had a nice, couple of evenings. It didn't do much. We chilled out, watched TV. In fact, she was watching one show on her PC, and I was watching movies on the TV. We were just talking over both of them. Do you remember this bit? Yeah, you just noticed in Terminator 2, his little 25cc bike, the engine pitch is in tune with the guitars in You Could Be Mine by Guns N' Roses. Oh, yeah. I said, yeah, I know. I was a fully fledged musician when this came out, and I only just noticed today. You know, it was one of them. We just had a nice bit of quality time with each other, I would say. Mostly our quality time, inverted commas, is, let's go and do some shopping. And then we just walk around the shops, but we're talking to each other at the same time. As it cooled off there, it rained a little bit earlier this evening, but not really cooled off. Still quite, yeah, it's still really quite humid and whatnot. But we don't want sudden and heavy rain on ground that's been parched for weeks. Because all that happens is the water just runs off because the ground's too dry to absorb it. Sounds counterintuitive, but this is science. You're better off with light drizzle for a good 6-7 hours, because that will actually soak into the ground, and then when you get heavy rain, the ground can absorb the water. Or, we could crash to desktop. Send the crash report to Funcom. I don't think that's going to help. That would not be correct. No. Bear with. Yeah, it's still a bit too warm for my liking here. You know me, I'm t-shirt at 10 degrees centigrade and quite comfortable. So, yeah, when it gets to 20 plus degrees, I'm like... GK, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I was thinking of that, nippies. Yeah, it's only 801. That's quite doable, actually. Because if you think about it, these are like 700. So it's only 100 more. And we did that quite a long time ago. Yeah, so 616, swap out the waste implant, 131. Yeah, it's quite doable. But thinking on that, I mean, we haven't got any, but those are the 160s as well, 175 to 375 versus these, which are 75 to 325. So the min damage is much stronger on those. On live, I would just grab a pair out of one of the bags I've got and get them on. And then try and keep them out of OE. Barely. Yay! A bot about to get banned. Report. Spam bots. Bots. Selling AI view bots. Block user. Ban user. There we go. Goodbye. Probably will get banned, but they've probably got a million of those things running. Oh god, everybody wants to get Predator armor. There's 8 mobs in the entire game have a chance of dropping it. That's the problem with it. Makes it stupidly rare. Should we? Yeah, let's get rid of the little mob first. I think Scruffy, who's that? That's someone we know. It just completely healed my character. Just one piece of red armor. Come on, this is our 3rd night, I think, doing this. The drop rate is exactly as bad on live and always has been. But I think you can get Pred armor like on a temple twink or something, especially if they're up effects or what have you. Predator armor gloves. Sense is required to be at least 300. What? It is. Wait, is that a glitch? Oh, if I take these off, is it not? Ah. How about now? Dun, dun, dun. We got a piece of Predator armor. My God in heaven. Amazing. Finally. It's not, it's ridiculous. You think, how many of those have we killed and got one piece? It's gloves, I'll take it. But yeah, there are literally 8 mobs in the entire game that drop tread armor, so yeah. bit of a thing. Boots as well. The game is spoiling me. WTF? How did we just get 2 pieces in 15 minutes after having spent hours and hours and hours camping them and getting none? Outsiders. Pants. Are they any better than one of Shade or Martial Artist? I think they're better than what I'm wearing. 281, 187. Psychic. It's got evade on it though. Yeah, they're better. Okay. 0 complaints given. I think the other guy killed the other one, didn't he? But someone was killing one. Was that you, Smurf? Let me quickly check the Discord hasn't posted something like, we've improved the drop rates for Predator armor because, oh my god. Are there any announcements or anything? No? Nothing? Okay. Weird. I just got 2 pieces, one after the other. I just got Predator armor gloves, Predator armor boots, and it also dropped the Outsiders armor trousers. The other shade killed it and left it. Streamer luck. Well, streamer luck wasn't being very lucky before. Guys have come on, done this in 6 different streams and got diddly squat after a 3 or 4 hour stream. So it ain't streamer luck. I think it's just blind luck. You have earned those pieces. I have done the time. This isn't hobnobs, you know. This is rich tea biscuit. You know, I've done the time. I've earned it. I have put the time in. I'm really happy with that, though. That's amazing. If you look at the stats as well, they're really good. Like 200, pretty much all ACs except Rad. But then you get Nanopool Body Dev, ranged in it, evade close, ranged in it, not really bothered. Nano in it, Nano resist, Nano cost. So, you know, not an amaze ball, but, you know, they've got extras on them. Rad and energy holes, but the rest is solid. Yeah, so it does have holes, but yeah, the rest is really good. Title level from 3 is level 3. It's 50, isn't it? Yeah. So on an Opifex shade, you could technically get this stuff on maybe at, I don't know. You could get it on a Temple Twink on a level 60. Infantry chest cover. Oh, that's nice. Where's that? Where's GK? That's way better than what I'm wearing. Strength and stamina for 480. I don't think I could do it. Nah. Not on a shade. It's a good piece of armor, but I think it's more Solly Atrox, really. And there's nothing wrong with an Atrox shade. My last shade was Atrox, if you remember, and I still got them into alphas. It's a lot more armour than obtruse steel ribbed that I picked up from a mission. But yeah. That's really nice, GK. Yeah, shade back. Yeah, I mean, it is good. Is it a back armour piece? Chest cover. Yeah, location back. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, different. Mythical force armor from a shade from statics. Oh, yeah, that's pretty rare too. I think that was just blind luck, and we shouldn't get our expectations set too high, because I think we're going to see another 3 hours of absolutely nothing. Just saying. Just saying. I can't raise that yet. I could do a bit more in it. That's probably useful. Yeah, Mythical Force is good stuff. Natural. I started playing this thanks to you. Oh no, don't thank me. Thank the PRK dev team for making it. I'm just, some old Welsh guy that plays AO still after 25 years. And this is more AO vibes than the official servers are. Sorry to say it, but it's true. Okay, I'm going to park a little bit out of harm's way for no other reason than I want to grab another beer shortly. It is warm. Oh, Heartland Predator. Well, I'll kill you anyway because you're an ad and you might get in the way. Right. I am grabbing a beer. I'm glad you're playing. I hope you enjoy your time on PRK. I know I am. And I will be back very shortly. Just is it volcano warm? No, because that's thousands of degrees warmer than it actually is. Yeah, it's pretty warm though. It's very humid. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this on the way down the stairs and to the bin, and then be back momentarily with a fresh beer. visit what is Project Rubi-ka private server. Ostensibly, yes, but also not. So there is, yeah, your live characters can't be transferred here or anything like that, because this is actually based on the 18.4 version of the game. And then I have a video how to get everything set up and, you know, all that good stuff. So that's the main website, and there's a video on, well, how to get on, download, install, set up an account, and start playing, including getting your custom maps and GUI skins, etc. So it all feels nice and familiar. And it's $0 a month, and always will be. So, yeah. Not as for free. Yeah, kind of. But basically, you got to remember, golden rule. Number one, it's not a production game. Don't expect live support, character help, or anything of the sort, unless you're a major contributor. And then, yeah, they might help you, but they're not going to give you stuff for free, unless it's just, you know, fluff, like social items and things like that. Number two, the server does get wiped occasionally when they need to do stuff, which means all your characters and stuff could get lost. Where I am, 3 or 4. So, yes, also you could have... oh, hang on. Knave Zero is raiding with a party of 7. Thank you very much, Knave. I have not seen you in an age. I haven't got all this stuff sorted out. Username. Knave Zero. There we go. We'll shout out Knave. Thank you very much, Knave. What were you playing? What are you playing? The PRK? You can have 2 accounts. You can't run any third-party software that play. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so no automation of any kind. You will get banned for it. You absolutely will get banned for it. And your account names will be named. It's a very heavily moderated server because it's a private server. So the dev team that are working on it are quite adamant about what they don't want on it. So it's their server, their rules, you know. So on there we are essentially alpha testers. We're not even at a beta stage. We're at an alpha stage where they're implementing facets of the game bit by bit, as and when they can, without any board of directors or anything like that to answer to. So things happen as and when they feel like they should happen. But yeah, and the server's very friendly generally. You can see on the screen here, you see this purple sort of magenta sort of chat. It's a global chat that everyone has access to. So it actually feels like, you know, if there's 100 people on, you have 100 people to talk with while you're playing. No alien invasion and no Lost Eden. Yeah, OFAB was that Lost Eden? Or was that Legacy of the... No, it was Lost Eden, wasn't it? Yeah, the cardboard armor isn't in-game yet. Hoggerman, welcome to the stream. Any big trade skillers in chat here? Don't know. I definitely don't have, you know, me and the trade skills. I know some very good trade skillers on the live server, but they're not here, unfortunately. I need to get that plugin that you know, someone raids you, it shouts them out, but plays like one of the clips from their channel or something. You can't translate Hoggerom, I think. Closest is Viper or European Adder. What? That fucking chat's not making any sense to me. Hoggerman. I've never given it much thought. Does it have a meaning? Viper, it's a Scandinavian word for it. What? What are we drinking? We're drinking cheap domestic lager. Hugorm, or Huggerom in Swedish. Okay. I don't know. Thousand tokens is as far as you go. Yeah, at the moment, yeah. Hoggermern, Norwegian friendly snake, not poison. Well, yeah, Hoggermern seems quite friendly. It's Dane. Listen, if it's Northern Europe, all the languages are all you know, who invaded who when and changed the language. Especially Britain. Says the guy from Wales who looks like a Viking. I think we go back enough generations. Probably. I was probably one of the invaders. One of my ancestors was one of the invaders. I just lost a follower there. Sorry for saying Danish. I'll regret it for the rest of my life. What? Hey, what? Are you going for a full set today? I'm going for a full set for about 3 weeks. The drop rates, Paul Bear, are abysmal. I just suddenly got 2 pieces. It's all good, Nave. I'm going to cost you a yalm. Oh my god. Decisions are being made. I'm kind of god-moded by the heel pet, which is nice. Excuse me. I mean, that boots upgrade was something else. I went from quality 67 Rhino Man to Predator. Way better boots. The thing is, for the next 3 weeks, I probably won't get any more pieces. Because the drop rates are pretty terrible. But they're terrible on live. I knew that before I even started. There you go, got nothing. But that's okay. The drop rate is just part of the thing. It's so nice not to see an item seller in the OOC chat. Yeah. They don't exist on this server. The second anyone turned up and started doing that would be insta-ban. And then their entire inventory would be gone. Yeah, there's no money in it for them here. Yeah, the thing is, on Shade, in 18.4, Shades cannot wear token boards. So, essentially, we don't get any token boards anyway, so 1,000 tokens is irrelevant. On Live, with 18.7, Shades can use a token board, but it wasn't always so. It was after 18.7 that became a thing. Up until that point, no. Shade, hardly any back armour, and definitely no token boards. Oh my god, Outsider's body armour. I'll take it. Better than what I'm wearing. Howling Predator. Can I get you to come over here a bit? Will you? Will you? I don't want your corpse to disappear under the ground. Can't believe that. I'm having more drops this evening than I've had in 3 weeks. This is nuts. I mean, seriously nuts. Am I being GM'd? Am I being GM'd? Lookability. You have to increase. It's now 56%. And falling, probably. Nah, see, nothing that time. So it's not bulletproof luck. I mean, the Outsider armour is pretty good. The Predator armour is more suitable for a shade, but it's still pretty good. It's sure as sugar better than what we were wearing. Nothing on that one. Or was that just a Heartland Pred? Yeah. Okay, well, we seem to be having an awful lot of luck this evening versus previous outings. I think the RNG works as in every time you kill a mob, the chances of a drop are the same. So you could kill the mobs 100 times and still get the same thing. So, have I got items in social armor because my outer armor doesn't seem to change? I have. Plus a ton of previously farmed armor I can't put down because it's no drop. So I'm just gonna do a thing. I have very green legs. I think I might actually put those back. I think I prefer the look of the other ones, but there we go. That's an awful lot of armor to get all in one go, I have to say. And we're back to waiting on the respawn again. Someone there, trader. There you go. Ellen Ripley. I think we should heal them just for the fact they chose that name. Waiting on respawn is perfect for drinking more beer. Yes. Everything is perfect for more beer. Need to redo Piercing Gash. Recharge Nano with bloody coils. Gouter! It's a joke. Gouter came up with coils and stuff and everybody hated them. Me included. Doing Eli Hex if anyone wants to join. I'm 163 farming Boone nanos. Oh my god. You're virtually the same level as the hecklers then. Redo Mugger. I think Mugger's the highest. Yeah, 75. On the Hex here, aren't they like level? Not much different. If anyone needs quick XP, you're too high level from me. I'm pretty sure you're too high level from me. What's the name of the bot again? Roz, that was it. Roz, tell Roz. Oh, hang on. Tell has to be lowercase. Tell Roz. Level 94. Team range 131 is the cap for me. ADHQ, and would you currently a heal bot for this little shade? I knew it was someone in the chat. Excuse me. GK currently 180 or so. Well, Hoggerman is farming the things. They're probably green for you now, though. At 180, you'll be doing pen hecklers, I would imagine. At 180. Or if you can pick up a really good team, you know. Hiding in lurk mode. How do you say that? ADHD QN. How do you pronounce that? I don't even know. I appreciate it though. But lurkers suffer in my channel, on my streams, because I say things where they're like forces them to correct me and or laugh. So yeah. Catharus. Wow, not seen this game in so long and I have to get back into it. This is Project Rubi-ka, which is a privately run, developed and everything else version of Anarchy Online. ADHD is fine as you. People know what that is now. You know. For years they all said, well, you know, he's a bit away with the fairies. Oh, he's a bit, you know. And then our diagnostic tools got better and we identified what that condition was and gave it a name. And people go, oh, I'm a bit ADHD about, you know, putting cutlery away. No. You don't have ADHD, okay? Someone with ADHD has to put their cutlery away that way. Or they can't sleep or relax or do anything. You can switch it on and off. It's not constant. Yeah? Yeah, and ADHD is obviously the attention focusing thing as well. And people go, oh, I think I'm a bit like that. No, you have a short attention span. It's not the same thing. Yes, but having that and be able to kind of make a connection with it makes you more empathetic to someone that does suffer with it, but it doesn't mean you have it. Yeah, that's it. Your ADHD makes me start 1 billion projects at the same time and forget what I was doing. Yeah, there you go. Remember, it stands for attention deficit disorder. That's what the condition is identified as. And it's a spectrum, yes. It can be very, very harsh in some people and less in others. But just because you have some classic human behavior doesn't mean you have the condition. You know, is what I'm saying. Don't because that in a way diminishes having that sort of thing 100% of the time, and there's nothing you can do about it. How many animals do you have it? I think, I don't know. They are looking at this sort of thing, actually. You know, we always thought humans were separated from apes because we were tool users, and it turns out no, so are they. You know, they will strip off bark off a little twig and use it to get ants out of an anthill, and they use tools, and so do birds, apparently. So, yeah. When you focus on one thing, you stay awake for days and forget about everything in the surroundings and the people in them, and forget what happened to the days and hours. When I was beginning my journey on guitar, that was absolutely me. I think I am literally on the spectrum. I hyper-focus. I'm grateful that on that spectrum I don't have the easily distracted part of the condition as well. I know I have partial dyslexia, because I can read anything, but I really struggle with spelling it. But I'm at a disadvantage because my main language is in fact English, which has ridiculous spelling rules. It basically breaks every other rule that it has. So yeah. If someone chews very loudly with an open mouth, well, it doesn't set me on an emotional roller coaster, but I find it like bad manners. You're slovenly, sir, if you do that. No one wants to hear you masticate. I said masticate, it means chewing. We call those mouth breathers. That's a different thing. They might have a bit of a snotty nose and they haven't got a choice. Or they're exercising and they need greater airflow. Anyway, getting a beer. I've got serious sinus issues. I don't have that issue. Yeah, I can hold my breath long enough to eat. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me to the point where, I can't eat now. I can't be near them. But people do it, and I'm like, well, that's a bit rude. It doesn't put me off my food. So it's all relative, isn't it? Every person has their own set of tolerances. It's rude and vulgar. Well, it does. I mean, you also make judgments about a person like that. In that you think, do they think it just doesn't bother anyone? Or do they just not care if it does? Therefore, they're quite ignorant of other people. And, that kind of goes on. But only on a superficial level. It doesn't bother me, if that makes sense. Excuse me. I belch on stream. People burping does not bother me. In certain cultures, it's considered a compliment to the chef. So that one, it is a bit debatable. Would I do it in polite company in front of, would I do it at work or whatever? I'd probably try not to, that kind of thing. Coming from someone who's from the South in the States, I know vulgar. Well, I've never been to the States. I would like to. I'd like to visit. I don't think I could live in America. I think I just like Wales too much. But, it's a very beautiful place. I think generally the people there are kind and welcoming and pretty wholesome people. But, there's a lot of them, and there are exceptions to that rule. Therefore, you're more likely to bump into someone who's the exception of that rule than you are in somewhere like a smaller place that I live, where that kind of behaviour is so heavily discouraged, it's virtually non-existent. In other words, when people are vulgar and rude and, stir shit up wherever they go, they're kind of shunned because it's such a smaller community of people. Like the place I live, there's only a few thousand people here. And when you've got numbers that small, if someone's a bit of an arse or aggressive or gets violent if they have a drink, it generally becomes wide known very quickly, and people just you just don't associate with them. Oh, that's no. Zalia, our government is mostly BS, but the people, especially in the Midwest, are polite and welcoming. That's generally what I've seen. I've watched Brits go over. And, I saw a bunch of guys and they were doing a east-west, they were doing a west-east motorbike drive, right? So they were driving from town to town, all those thousands of miles or whatever it is, going east to west on the classic roads, on their bikes. And they'd organised ahead, various families say, oh, come stay with us, we've got space, or... another town said, no one's got any space, but we know this great place you guys could stay and your bikes will be fine and no one will touch them. And, like everywhere they went, they were treated really well. And the people there were like, oh, you got to try our food. This is home cooking here. We're going to make you this and you're going to love it. And they try it and they go, oh my God, this is brilliant, So, yeah, very, very kind, wholesome. I think a person generally is kind and welcoming. It's like, do you remember the first Men in Black movie? Because for me, the three they made. So you had Men in Black 1, the second one, and then the third one with the time travel bit in it. And, those three are a trilogy that... doesn't need to be copied again, and they did try, didn't they? They tried to do a fourth and it just it didn't work because it wasn't the same director, crew, producer and everything else, so the flavour of that ensemble just wasn't there. Try as hard as they might, it just didn't work. But I've got the box set of the original 3 movies on Blu-ray. It's just a lovely set of 3 movies that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It does. It's like a good trilogy, A story too big for most movies to fit into one movie, so they made 3 movies, and it just works. It just works. Wounded Predator, no drop. This is it, with the guy at the casino that just won a little bit of cash and is now going to lose all of it trying to win again. Excuse me. Peer Pressure Peter, welcome to the stream. Hello all, and hello Callus. Hello yourself, Peer Pressure Peter. Good to see you. Oh, well, they're all... Okay, they're all respawned. Well, okay, I've got the heal pet of Win. So I think I'm okay. But what I will do is... Let's get rid of the ad, because it just annoys me. No, nothing on that one. I think we had a hearty bit of luck earlier, and it won't be repeated for the entirety of the rest of the stream. Which movie series? Men in Black. We were talking... I can't remember how we got onto that, but yeah, Men in Black. The original one, you know, with Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones. All three were made with the same crew, the same producer, the same director, and everything else. And somehow, because of that, the whole thing feels kind of, you know, all part of the same thing. Like Lord of the Rings trilogy, you know, they're all Peter Jackson and his interpretation and reworking. It does, it works. Like, there is definitely a thing, you know? Yeah, it is a nice series. I mean, the first one is the introduction to the world. The second one is our protagonist has become somewhat jaded by that world. And then the third one, everything comes full circle and you see why he was always going to be a part of it to begin with. You know, it's a great, you know, great series of movies. And there's a sort of continuity for the dialogue, the lighting, the blocking, which is what you put inside the camera frame. That's what blocking means. So the way it's shot, the way it's made, everything else, it all feels familiar to the previous. So it all feels like three parts of a whole. And why all the remakes kind of fall flat, because they went with, because they asked the original crew, you know, would you do a fourth movie? And they went, no, the story of it has been told, that's it now. And I think they, you know, Hollywood being Hollywood, oh, well, if you've got a successful movie, you make a sequel. Well, technically there's been 2 sequels, that's it now. The story has been told. So, but Hollywood doesn't, the suits don't get that. They go, oh, well, people are into this, we should make more of it. Yeah, but that's not what entertainment is. You've got to make new stuff to entertain those people. If you keep trying to make the same thing over and over, you'll just get lesser and lesser copies of what you had to start with, and they will be less and less successful. This has happened for the last 30 years, and these suits who have no soul, therefore don't get any movie or its appeal in truth at a human level, and why we keep getting stuff remade. Disney is on this live action remake kind of thing. No, We don't want live action remakes of these stories. There are thousands and thousands of other stories you could make. We don't need you to remake the ones we already know. But they don't get it. I don't know what it is, but they just don't seem to get it. Every time they make a live remake, it does worse than the original animation that was made 50 odd years ago. And they keep making them. I just don't get it. The new generation is all brain rot entertainment. No, it's not brain rot. Let's define what it is. You've heard the expression doom scrolling. I think all of us have probably heard that in the last few years. So, here we go. Let me illustrate this. Let me find a small piece of blank paper. So I'm going to get this tissue here. No, I can't write on tissue. That won't work. I need a piece of blank paper that doesn't dox me, and I don't think I've got one. All right, maybe the inside of this ibuprofen packaging. And I was taking a lot of this after my injury because it helps with swelling and stuff like that, and pain. Works quite well for pain for me anyway, and it doesn't bother my stomach. So I'm gonna get this piece, and then I'm gonna use the enforced creases they've put on to make it a nice, neater piece. Not neat, because you know I'm not cutting it. I'm just ripping it at the seams. I'm gonna write something on it. Okay. And writing is difficult after this injury. But I think it's still legible. Right. So, on this piece of card, I have what the brain rot doom scrolling thing is. It's on this piece of card. So people on YouTube, you can't see it. I appreciate that. But if you were on Twitch, you would see the webcam and you'd be able to see it. There it is. I've written it down. And what's written on it is immutable, and I can't change it. And I can't write down quick enough or change the answer. So that's there. So the answer to what clickbait, the doom scrolling, and everything else is on there. Okay? The reason for it is there. Do you want to know what the answer is? Look, AI's got nothing to do with it. That's just a lazier way of doing things that big corporations think they can have AI instead of employees and make yet more money. That's the only reason AI is a thing. Otherwise, it's useless shit at the minute. And dangerous with it. But the answer for why they're doing it is still on this piece of card. Okay? And I've misspelled... Well, if you're American, it's misspelled. If you're English, it's not. Okay, so AI is just a plagiarism engine that stole thousands and thousands of other artists, musicians, actors, every creative profession you can think of. It's stolen all their work and ideas and individuality without permission or consent and uses it to create its own thing. That's all it is. It's a plagiarism algorithm. It does nothing else. It's not sentient. It has the intelligence of an amoeba. Input, response. That's all it's got. It's got nothing else, okay? It's vastly oversold. One day it might be useful, but as it is right now, everything else. So I have the answer to why we do it written here, and it's so damn obvious. Would you like to know the answer? Now, if this was the intro to a video, you've already clicked on it just to see if it's right, if it's wrong, if you already knew. Three things that would make you click on clickbait. Is it correct, based on the information I already know? Is it wrong, so I can sneer at it with superiority because I know it's wrong? Or, number 3, is it something I don't know yet? Yeah? So what have they done by creating doom scrolling, clickbait, and all the rest? So let's go to intermission screen. So same piece of paper. What does it say? That's an S. I missed an I. They are monetizing human curiosity. That's what it is. And now I've said it. There you go. Monetizing human. I missed an I. At me. I'm fallible. So yeah, that's all it is. That's why we click. Because we're human beings, and what is one defining thing about human beings? We're curious creatures. That's how we learn things. That's how we discover things. That's how we fuck up a lot of the time. Yeah? Could this happen? You're compelled to find out if it could be a thing. So they are monetizing human nature. They're monetizing your curiosity. Human curiosity. That's what they're doing. They're monetizing it. You know, what I did, if you clipped it, would be good clickbait. And do you know why? Because at the end of all the dopamine anticipation build, there is a satisfying answer. Do you see how that works? This is why YouTube has made a bunch of changes about AI on the platform and unsatisfying content. So if your AI doesn't have a punchline, people don't like it and they feel kind of bothered and disgusted by it. But that's why you doom scroll, because it is in your human nature to be curious. You want to know, I know this is going to be bullshit, but I just want to see it so I know that it's bullshit. Now I have to watch it to know that it's bullshit. Doctors don't want you to know this. In the back of your mind, you're going, fuck off. Doctors are the first people to tell you when something's bad for you or good for you and everything else. Doctors absolutely want you to know if they've discovered something. Yep, they are monetizing human curiosity. That's what clickbait is. And there are no horny singles in your location. Unless you've got a credit card number. So there you go. It's definitely a thing. So for the benefit of the YouTube, on the inside of a pack of ibuprofen, Asda branded, which is effectively Walmart, I think, in America. So just like bog standard, regular, normal over-the-counter medication for inflammatory and pain, I wrote the words, they are monetizing human curiosity. That's it. That's all it is. The thing is, you can't help yourself. You can't help yourself because you're a human being and we are inherently curious. And they're monetizing human nature in that respect. The same way guys at a strip club thinks the stripper's really into them. Same thing. Well, not the same thing. It's a similar thing. So that's why you doom scroll. You want to prove yourself right, knowing the intro is wrong, or the premise is wrong. So you want to see it just so you can go, they don't know, because it's satisfactory. But you do it because you're curious to know if they know what you know. Do you see what I'm saying? So even if what they do is complete horseshit and you know it's wrong, you still want to watch it to satisfy the itch of human curiosity. And they're monetizing that. The downside is you get that dopamine kick from the satisfaction of satisfying your curiosity, which reduces your long-term attention span. This is dangerous. You need a longer attention span to learn meaningful things versus superficial and important things. Is gravity real? 10 things you need to know. You're like, of course fucking gravity's real, you dickhead. But I'm going to watch your video just so I can laugh at you. You know. There you go. Right. Almost time for a respawn, so I am grabbing a beer. Right, anyway, I was back. Ding 164 on Eli Hex. That's good going. Are they kind of yellow yet? Congrats. Indeed, definitely. We go, oh, it was in the game for years. No, it wasn't. Pet Hunt. When was Pet Hunt removed from Anarchy Online? Well, let's just see. Can we please have Pet Hunt back? Oh, that was an actual thread on Steam. Okay. Pet Hunt died like Shadowlands era. Have a look. Do we get lucky again? We do not. Yeah, that was just a blind bit of luck for those two pieces. Oh, is he? Okay. Auto attack's still an option. Yeah. Yeah, if Pet Hunt had been a thing during Norton Wars, can you imagine? Oh, that would have been fun. But yeah, it was gone before Norton Wars, and Norton Wars was pre-Shadowlands. Shadowlands was 2003, so it didn't last more than maximum 2 years. It was about 18 months, I think we had that. And I can remember Mrs. Kalos, that was how she did missions. On her MP, she'd go in the mission entrance, Pet Hunt, and sit the mission entrance waiting for the mission to end. And then run around looting everything and all the chests. And by the time Norton Wars rolled round, it was long gone by then. Oh, we got a Notum saturated animal bone, which is one-hand blunt weapon, but not a particularly good one. But, you know, a viable one, certainly. There are better options. Auto attack, I think you can switch that on and off even now. I think for a long time it's been off. Chat, auto AFK. It's in maybe one of those settings, or it was at one time. You know, it's one of them where at some point they turned it off, or you by default, but you could always turn it off. I seem to remember Pet Hunt was AI. No. You couldn't use Pet Hunt when Norton Wars came out, which was a few years before. Everyone, it's the Mandela effect, I'm telling you. But yeah, it was gone long before Shadowlands. It was gone long before AI. It was removed from the game quite early on. 2006. No. Before Shadowlands. Shadowlands 2003, I think. When was Shadowlands released? Someone check that. I seem to remember 2003. Maybe it was later, but... Could be misremembering myself, but it is kind of the Mandela effect. You've got to remember, over a period of 25 years, memories of what you did 20 odd years ago are very easily messed up and mixed up, and you think, no, I still had that then. Even if you didn't, you still think you can remember it. Because it's been compartmentalized in your memory. People, 2005. No, it went before then. Because you couldn't use Pet Hunt in Noten Wars. Well, it's going to be difficult to actually nail down. Oh, here's a Steam thread. Yeah, if you use Sharp, you can get it back. Yeah, there you go. When's this article from? This'll be... Yeah, it's not that new. It'd be really hard to figure out when that came out or when it was removed because the old forums don't exist anymore. Let's have a look. Ghostmaster has more Google foo than me. Go on then. 18.5. No, it was before then. Surely. Because we're on 18.4 and it doesn't exist here either. So it was before then. It was before then. Pet Hunt has been removed. It's going to be... You would need more than a Wayback Machine to find out when it happened. That's the problem. It's in that link. Okay. Pet Hunt has been disabled. Where's that? What year? When did this come out? 18.5. We're on 18.4 here. But I remember it before then. Because you couldn't use Pet Hunt in... Maybe you couldn't use Pet Hunt in PvP gas or something like that. But I know you couldn't use it. Yeah, so Anarchy Online... Well, 18.4 is like 2011. Oh, it just takes me to the same page. Okay. 2012. Oh, it was before then. I'm sure of it. You couldn't use Pet Hunt for missions long before that. I can remember Mrs. Carlos moaning about it. She stopped playing in like 2004. So, yeah. Pretty sure I used it back in 2006 on your Engie. Maybe then. Maybe the Mandela effect is on me, and I remember it being removed earlier. But I remember Mrs. Callis going, "That's it, I'm not playing anymore." And I said, "Why?" She said, "I can't use Pet Hunt." She didn't want to play AO anymore because she couldn't like do Pet Hunt and then go off and do her business. Maybe they changed the mechanic. Possibly. I just remember her saying she didn't want to play AO because she couldn't do missions while she was cooking, cleaning, minding. At the time, she was a stay-at-home mum at the time. Our son, who is now 20 years old. Flip out. I clicked out of a titty stream to watch you. I have titties. The pectorals. But, yeah. Yeah, you could be right for PvP or gas. Yeah, I think that's what it was. You couldn't use it in PvP. You know, you want a titty stream? Oh, well, there you go. There are my titties. Oh, nearly tipped out my chair. Sorry, dude, but that just amused me. I love you, Carlos. Thank you very much. He never said it was a female titty stream, so maybe he's really thrilled to bits now. So you know. I've got nothing against boobs. Boobs are great. I love them. I think they're great. You know, I'm all for boobs. I don't necessarily want to see them on a stranger online. Yeah, just saying. Is that still a thing on Twitch? They had the bikini streamers, didn't they, for years and years and years, and pretended like they didn't exist. And then whatever preachy bloody thing got involved, and it was all like, oh, you can't do that anymore. So they all went, all the bikini streamers became, quote unquote, hot tub streamers. I'm only wearing a bikini because I'm in a hot tub. They're not going to lose all that money and revenue. They're making hundreds of thousands a year out of that titillation. Of course they're not going to fucking quit. You know. Hot tubs and something. Yeah. Hot tubs and boobs. I love boobs. Boobs are brilliant. My wife has a pair and I love them very much. And in general, I quite like them, you know. Not against the boobs or the boobage, but you know, I also don't watch. That's a lie. I do watch some movies because I'm attracted to one of the actors. But hey, what are you gonna do? We're human beings, aren't we? Didn't one of the girls make something 20? I don't know if it was that much, but they made a lot of money. They made corporate lawyer kind of money a month doing that. And if they can make corporate lawyer money doing that, good luck to them. You know, I'm not knocking them for doing what they're doing. There was a Million MP march I heard before my time, maybe related. There was, yeah, I remember the march. I can't remember what it was called, but I remember it. And I remember the Deacon was one of them out, you know, was a very vocal person about that. They played MP, Nanamage MP. And they were quite the RP guy as well. But their RP was a little dicey, let's say. Like they would RP, I'm a Nanomage MP and I just have a thing for feet. That was their roleplay thing. You know, I'm like old guy with a beard streaming 20 plus year old MMO game. I don't know, I'm probably in a category as well. Right, I'm not grabbing a beer. However, I would like, after 4 beers, to have a pee. I'll be back in a minute. Nostalgia category. Yeah, possibly, yeah. It wasn't a million MPs that went on it. It was probably like maybe 100 people in the end. But they still did that entire thing and everything else, and it got a lot of traction. People were aware of it. You know, as a protest goes, it went rather well. Yeah, my whole thing with people that become kind of famous or whatever, if they're famous because Pet Hunt was removed in 2017. Nah, before then, I think. When was the... Oh, I've lost the page now. Hang on. Shift, Control, Shift, T. 18.5. Which is quite a late one, isn't it? 18.5 mentions the removal of that. So when was that? 18.6 was 2013. So it was before then. 18.5, 19th of July 2012. Oh, you can't go off third-party sites like IGN, absolutely. They get it wrong. God, remember the Verve's PC build video? Patch notes. I mean, the thing said is all patch notes and stuff about AO is all third-party sites now. 18.5. GMI is introduced. Yeah, but what's the date? Does it record the date as well? Because the old forums were still here. Then we could double check everything, and it's not. Nanos monster updates, item updates, mission update. Yeah, but what the date? Dates, guys, dates. That's what. No, never mind. They're not there, are they? It seems a little earlier, 2012, 2013. I thought it was pre-Shadowlands, because I can't remember anyone using Pet Hunt in Shadowlands. But obviously, I'm misremembering. I must be, because it wasn't actually removed then. So I don't know. Yeah, the whole March thing. Oh, God. I had the screenshots on the old forums. No, not... Oh, God. Metaphysicist March. Funcom forums. MP Meta... No. Metaphysicist processed. It's not going to find it, and it was like a big thing on the forums and everything else. Yeah, but the old forums, they're just gone, man. They're just gone. Someone asking for it back in 2017 doesn't mean it went in 17. It means someone that hasn't played since it was removed wants it back in 2017. And 2017 is when AO released on Steam, I think. I can double check myself on that. Well, wouldn't you know? Hi all, and welcome to the video. AO is on Steam. Yeah, that's a 2017 video. I think that is someone returning to game, remembering how it was. Nano Seeker from 2005 didn't mention Pet Hunt. Yeah, I think it is correct. It's the 18.5, and I'm just misremembering it. I can be wrong. I'm as fallible as the next person, you know. But it's weird that it doesn't exist on PRK, which has, you know, basically been based upon 18.4, which is previous to 18.5. And the other thing as well is we used to, well, AO used to roll out patches on the test server for people to try out and all that. Before they went to the live server. So one article could be based on that, and the next could be based on when it lands, you know, on the live servers. So, yeah, it's weird. Black Sunday, June 2003. I'm sorry, misinformation does not mention Pet Hunt. Yeah. It's not active on PRK anyway, which is the thing, the crux of the thing is, yeah, it doesn't work here either. Limping, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Please give me more armor parts. Well, it was kind of like, I think maybe they have mentioned it at some point that it kind of feels like automation, so they don't want it. They want you to actively play the game. That's the premise of the server, is people log in and actually play. That's why we're invited to join in and do it as alpha testers. Remember, not a production game. Nothing on him. Yeah, I think we've had all the drops we're going to get this week. I think it's just been like ridiculously lucky that we got those drops when we did. Remember, people just farming XP AFK. Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. People will do that. They will take the easiest possible route. That, again, is human nature. We are lazy by nature, but we use our intelligence to be lazy. Duck search assistant. Yeah, don't trust any AI. Because it will pull crap from Reddit, from anywhere it can steal information. It will steal it and present it as its answer. All AIs work that way. Pet Hunt was great for the invisible Cenobite mobs in Cryptophone, yeah, the mobs could see the damn invisible mobs. Give me over. Nope. Oh, I'm Pred. Okay. You want to fight? Want to fight? Okay, we're going to fight. Yeah, memory is fallible. That's the scary thing. It pulled it from Steam and AO Universe. Yeah, so 2017, AO lands on Steam because Funcom they've done the contract on Steam to get their future games on that platform, which makes sense. It's the biggest gaming platform on the planet for PC gamers, at least. And then people go, "Oh, I remember that game. I played it 10 years ago." Log in and find out things they used to do don't work the way they do now, and start asking for it back. And that gains a ton of traction because there's a bunch of people that maybe haven't played for quite some time that remember it working one way and now it doesn't. And then the AI skewers the information bias with, "Oh, well, it must have been removed then because that's when everyone made noise about it." And it's not fact. It's observational. It's the whole correlation does not equal causation. Problem like the amount of shark attacks in Florida directly correlates with how many films Tom Cruise made that year. Yes, it does, but I don't think Tom Cruise making a movie makes sharks attack people more often. It just happens that the graphs match, and that's how AI fails abysmally as an information resource. Yeah, I think there's actually a website dedicated to it, and it's quite a comical one as well. Correlation is not causation. Thank you for spelling it correctly. Spurious correlations. Here we go. There's a bunch of them. Cat memes. Automotive recalls for issues with airbags directly correlates to cat memes. Popularity of the first name Annabelle and UF sightings in South Carolina. The distance between Neptune and the Sun. Viewership count for Days of Our Lives. Whatever TV show that is. GMO corn use in Kansas. Number of postmasters in Kansas. Associate's degrees awarded in liberal arts. Google searches for tummy ache. Popularity of distracted boyfriend meme correlates with hydropower energy generated in Turkmenistan. Are they related? Possibly not. Distance between Neptune and Earth, remaining forest cover in the Brazilian Amazon. Air quality in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Associated professor salaries in the US. Per capita... Oh, I've gone too far. Per capita consumption of margarine. Divorce rate in Maine. Distance between Sun and Uranus. I'm not going to say it. I know what you guys are going to do if I say it, so I'm not saying it. The distance between Uranus and planet Earth. Electricity generated in Paraguay. Google searches for cute cats versus Amazon's annual outward shipping expenditure in millions. Popularity of change my mind meme, number of pipe layers in West Virginia. Annual household spending on used cars, solar power generated in Grenada. Yeah, AI can't figure that shit out. Okay? That's its problem. It's like there's probably even more ridiculous ones. Bachelor degrees awarded in social services. Number of phlebotomists in Florida, wherever they are. I don't even know. Popularity of first name Christopher versus burglaries in Oklahoma. Popularity of the first world problems meme. Google searches for Vihart. Sales of LP vinyl albums. Costco's wholesale stock price. Per capita consumption of margarine. The divorce rate in Maine. There's like a billion of these and they're brilliant. Bachelor's degrees awarded in education correlates to the number of proofreaders in Kansas. Popularity of first name Lamont. Burglary rates in the US. Votes for Democratic senators in Indiana. Google searches for why 11 isn't pronounced 1T1. This one actually may have some correlation. Popularity of one does not simply meme. Total comments on number file on YouTube videos. Popularity of the first name Sunny. Solar power generated in Egypt. They obviously cause each other somehow. Frozen yogurt consumption. Violent crime rates. Frozen yogurt. Eat frozen yogurt. It will prevent crime, clearly, according to this correlation graph. London gold prices. Customer satisfaction with Whole Foods. Number of movies Mila Kunis appeared in. Prosco Holdings stock price. Mila Kunis, she does the voice for Meg in Family Guy, and she's been in a bunch of movies. Lovely woman. But yeah, apparently she governs the Prosco Holdings stock price. Apparently. How hip and with it Matt Parker's YouTube video titles are. Number of zoologists in Nevada. Isn't she an American Dad too? Oh, she could be. She could be. I don't know. Oh my God, that site is. I find it like an endless source of fun and inspiration. So I'm going to share it with the chat. You just watch your own. And a felionologist is a person who draws your blood. Well, there you go. You see, I didn't even know what that was. Isn't that good? We learn things on my streams, not necessarily from myself. What retards throwing swords at you correlates with the number of orange presidents? What? Some watery tart throwing a sword at you is no basis for government, I think is the original quote. But I have maybe watched that movie quite a lot. I'll be back in a minute. I'm getting another beer. Have they respawned yet? No? Okay, let's do more spurious correlations. Associate degrees awarded in parks and recreation. Google searches for tummy ache. Popularity of the first name Kendrick. Popularity of the Doge meme. Butter consumption correlates with wind power generated in the United States. UFO sightings in Rhode Island. Total number of Mount Everest climbs. We're provoking them! Google searches for how to build a lightsaber. Total number of pest controllers working in the District of Columbia. Oh my god. Yeah, correlation is not causation, as I think we've clearly demonstrated there, but it's quite funny when people do it and you go, no, correlation isn't causation. Oh, but it all lines up. Yes, it may line up, but let me give me a few examples where it makes no bloody sense whatsoever. Yeah. Today was one piece of Predator armor, gloves, and boots. Yeah, it was boots and gloves. So we got Pred gloves, we got Pred boots, we got Outsiders trousers, and Outsiders body armor, which is still better than what we had. So not gonna knock it. I just have an urge to read more of these. It's the curiosity thing. Popularity of the first name Hannah. Popularity of what does the fox say meme. Well, Hannah made it unpopular. Associate degrees awarded in fire control and safety. Liquefied petroleum gas used in Japan. US household spending on home maintenance. Average number of comments on technology connections. YouTube videos. Air pollution in Iowa City. The number of library technicians in Iowa. Obviously, the library technicians are polluting the atmosphere in Iowa. It's there. It's on the graph. Can't you see? GMA use in corn grown in Iowa. Google searches for black holes. There you go. Black holes are created by GMO corn. It's right there. It's right there. Do you know what? What does the fox say? Started off with a kid doing an impression of a F1 car that then someone else decided would be funnier if it was a frog. That became a massive explosion of popularity in the infancy of the internet. And someone else said, why don't we make a pop song out of it? Because then we'll make lots of money with someone else's work. I swear to God, that's a thing. I swear to God. Crazy Frog, Formula One, Boldis. I don't know. There isn't an old enough piece of internet. Before the frog. before the... So it's clearer that that is an impression of a Formula One V10 engine for anyone that's into motorsports. Not that I am or anything, but it's definitely a V10. And the guy, you know, it's pitched upwards and faster, and then it became the frog thing. Somehow someone decided, well, if I make it a frog and not a Formula One car, I'm not copying, or, you know, some shit. And it ended up, you know, as this other thing. It's nuts. But yeah, that's how it started off. Guy doing an impression of a Formula One car. That's what I remember going, oh, that's pretty funny, that, yeah, especially since he sounds like he's on helium. He's not, he's sped up. That's easy to do. In the digital age, it's a mere press of a button. Flip out Frank. Kalos, are you going to Valhalla with that beard? No. Beards do not get you into Valhalla. Dying in glorious battle gets you into Valhalla. I have never had a glorious battle, so I'd imagine probably not. If I get there, I'll probably be, I don't know, serving the mead. Nothing on that guy. Although, I wouldn't look out of place there, let's face it. No, to get into Valhalla, you have to do things. Yeah. Oh my god, Polbear with a 5 gift bomb for subs. They've gifted to Hambino, Vulpu, haven't seen Vulpu for a while, Anarion, to Great No Hick, to Coolfo, who else? I can't scroll. To Cool Foo. So thank you very much for the 5 gift bomb, much appreciated. All helps. I don't stream for money. I just stream for fun. But I do really appreciate it. It's all beer money. You know, you do know this. There's going to be a new graph on the site, and it's literally going to say number of beers drinking on a stream, number of subs donated. It is though. Yeah, well, you drink enough beer, it will get you to heaven. I was perfectly lurking. You're spoiled the lurkage. I hate you forever. Holland Pred. And now I am some... This is what I said earlier, like a couple of hours ago. I said people can't seem to lurk on my stream. Either I say something so stupid they feel the need to correct me, and or I say something funny enough to get them to engage, or something else. It was something else. Cool shot. I was totally lurking, and now you made me have to say thank you to Paul Black. I ran up to you that time with my character, Nemcrisis, while you were streaming. Oh, you might have done. Oh, God, I don't know. I've been streaming for 6 years-ish. And I have run into a lot of people, so if I don't specifically remember your name, I'm not being rude or dismissive. I'm being old and can't remember everyone I've run into on a stream. And it might not even been... It might have been in June Awakening, you know. Has just subscribed on YouTube. Thank you. I have no idea how to say your name, so that's my best attempt. Have some scam bitties. We've
Some scam bitties less than 3.
Less than 3. We've talked about the word bitties, have we not? And Little Britain. Yes, it has different connotations in the UK now because of Little Britain. It made us think about the word in a different way. It was like before the start of the alien space quest out, maybe more, where there's cannons. Cannons are Klondike. The cannons are in Klondike. The ones that the big, massive, ginormous things you could fit 100 people stood shoulder to shoulder on, going, kaboom! Yep, Klondike. We could go there now, but I'm not going to. And nothing on him. See, we're back to the I hear there's gold there. No, the cannons are meant to be sending NOTAM up to the orbiters to ship wherever they're going with the shipping of the NOTAM. And that's why the cannons are there. They are, oh yeah, when you're in that region, you can be like 1,000 meters from them. You can still hear them. When you get on top of them, it's like, you know. Don't tell me he's trying to get a Doja. No, trying to get Predator armor. Vulpew. Thus far, we have Predator gloves, Predator boots, and 2 pieces of Outsiders. There are only 8 mobs in the entirety of Anarchy Online that drop Predator armor. There's 4 here, and there's 4 north of here. That's it. You've received a collection of level 1 emotes. Okay, show me. A collection of them. Well, I don't know how that works. What's your favourite band? I do not have one. Most musicians don't have a favourite band. Because part of being a musician, especially the kind of musician I was, is you have to learn music from hundreds of different bands in order to earn your living. So you end up kind of liking lots of different stuff from lots of different bands. Possibly Frank Zappa's Mothers of Invention, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC. Also loved the Beatles. Also loved Leonard Skinner. I cannot pick one over the other. I just can't, because they're all so good in their own right. Ram Jam, when they re-recorded Black Betty, is one of my like childhood memories where music felt exciting and everything else, you know. I just can't pick one singular band, you know. You have a Welsh kick-ass people going on right now. Wet Leg. What? Queen. Who can forget Queen? Radio Gaga, Bohemian. The whole Night of the Opera album is just incredible. And infinitely emotionally moving every time you hear. Like, if you've ever seen a rock concert, and before the band come on, the techs are like going around setting up all the gear, you know, because these guys are superstars. They can. You don't know Wet Leg. What are you, South Walian? You got to remember, there's North Wales, Mid Wales, and South Wales. Roadies, Wet Leg. Oh, it's definitely South Wales then, because roadies in North Wales, the crew. It's like crew, but with more R in it. North and South Wales are almost like 2 different countries. You know? Wet Leg. Catch these fists. All right. Block, counter, knockout. Okay. You know, Gareth Sock soccer guy. Soccer guy. Right, does he play that round ball? Does he not play rugby? You made me watch and listen to this. Oh God, let's have a look. I might have to cut it. Yes, right. I know this video. Everyone, click on this video now. I'm going to mute the stream, otherwise I'll just get copyrighted, and I probably will anyway. So, before Green Day are performing, if you've been to concerts, you know this. They play music in the background, keep the crowd kind of warmed up to the volume. Also, they're kind of checking the PA system, make sure everything's working. The crossovers working, the subs to the mids, to the high range speakers. Is it all working? And over there, see this one at the back? This little tent? That's where the sound guy is sat at his desk, EQing, balancing everything. All that's going on for any gig, anywhere, ever that is on this scale. And they put music on while they're just tweaking things, making sure everything's sweet, there's no dissonance or crossover that shouldn't be there. Right? So on for YouTube you can't see this, so I'm going to copy it across. Right, for the YouTube, Muddy Zen, love you. Here's the link. Right, has everyone got the link up? Right, I want you all have that link in a window somewhere on your computer, phone, or anything else. Okay? I'm going to have to mute my stream while it's playing, but we're going to play it anyway. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for an image with a bunch of people in it. But here we go. I'm going to mute the stream now, and I want everyone, I'm going to count to 3. Sorry, yeah. So in 3, after I say now, count 1, 2, 3, all click the play button on this video. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Sure as shit can't sing this bit. Who loves me? No, we will not let you go. Go. Everyone! Wow. How good are Queen? They can write that song 40 years ago, and 40 years later, beyond the life of the original writer and singer, and that many people still react that way. That is... How? How can... You know... Well, I hope you enjoyed that Queen moment. Yeah, everlasting it is. The guy that's on Phantom of the Opera. Not the Opera. That's a musical. No, that's Night at the Opera by Queen. You can get that whole album, and it's got that. It's got Killer Queen, We Will Rock You. It's got all these other amazing songs on it, and it's one effing album. They bent over backwards and argued and fussed and fighted just to get Bohemian Rhapsody, which was 2 minutes longer than a standard pop song, to be released as a single, and it outsold everybody else. The manager was going, no, too long, radios won't play it, it's too long. People haven't got that attention span. Totally proved everybody wrong. Wrote one of the best songs ever written, ever in the world, that people still remember 40 odd years later and will sing it at the top of their lungs in any live environment. It's a magnificent piece of music. What was it? Hidden? Fuck that guy, probably, yeah. Freddie was this awkward Indian, first generation, second generation immigrant to the UK. He was awkward, he had goofy teeth, and he had this thing that he did with the piano, and he wrote music and made up his own little songs. And they were influenced by all the things in his life. If you watch, isn't there a Queen movie? I think it's called, is it just called Bohemian Rhapsody? I can't remember. It's a brilliant film. It's got Rami Malek playing Freddie, and he does, I mean, I never met Freddie, so I wouldn't fucking know. But he does a pretty good job. He actually sings the Freddie parts in the movie. That shocked me that he actually did that. So yeah, it's difficult for me to pick a favourite. When you've got that kind of thing with Queen, I think what matters to me is people that can write songs that you remember. There's always the flash in the pan, popular thing kind of song. And they're all well and good and we all enjoy them. But are they in the same league as something that, like Bohemian Rhapsody, which people still sing at the top of their excuse me, lungs, 40 years later, with like literally screaming it out. It's incredible that people would still remember it, still know it, and still feel empowered and infused singing it. That's just, how do you even, you know? Blues Traveler has that same energy, everyone knows. Hook. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, blues has been reinvented, redone, reinvented, and everything else so many times. And I'm sorry I couldn't play it, but Queen's music is owned by EMI or someone similar, and they are relentless in their pursuit of anyone playing any of it ever for more than 5 seconds on the internet before they claim the royalties to the entire 4-hour stream you just did. Ask me how I know. We were doing a memorial stream for a fallen Ark, a former veteran, person that put their life on the line so you can enjoy the life you have. And we did a stream for that with Ark, and they were playing live music as part of it. And I played 4 seconds of Who Wants to Live Forever and said, what a beautiful choice. It's a remarkable tune. I remember how I felt the first time I heard it and the movie. Yeah, and fucking sure enough, fucking EMI or whatever group, corporate bods, claimed all the earnings for the entire 4-hour stream because 4 seconds of their fucking song was on there, and it's not their fucking song, it was Freddie's song. AC/DC's the king of everyone knows their songs. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, I came in when Bon Scott was still the lead singer with Highway to Hell. Then discovered the back catalogue, you know, Dirty Deeds and all those. And accepted Brian with Back in Black. The weird thing is, Brian has been the singer longer than Bon was the singer now. That's how long they've been around, you know. Rip Bon, but he was always trying to kill himself, let's face it. You know, the way he lived, the way he drank and everything else. When they got the call, Bon has died, they went, yeah, so how's he doing? They generally meant, like, well, you know, it's not the first time he's died. You know, like, this guy's nuts. But yeah, he was a one-off. He really was. Oh, Silent Storm. Howling Predator. Bon did have a unique voice, there's no doubt. He did have a completely unique voice. But it kind of dictated how everything was going to sound anyway. Fuck, thanks, dude. You know, it's not obvious that I'm looking for armor here, but, you know, fucking run in and help yourself whenever you want. Silent Storm. You gonna do the same shit again? Fucking hell, fuck you then. Yeah, I got my backstab in this time. How about I do that as well? Why? I mean, what did I do? Someone else was farming the other group, so I came here and then just minded my own business doing that, and then what'd you do? Yeah, you know, you want to farm them, farm them. I'm going. Stuck. Time to leave. Santa Claus is mad. I'm not mad. Disappointed. I'm disappointed. It's very different. Oh, no wonder I didn't do so well. All my other buffs ran out. So I was probably OE on the weapons and everything. Politicians would not sing along, GK. Or Zen. Sorry, Muddy Zen. They don't have empathy. So, unfortunately, the event would just be an uncomfortable thing. They'd be like, why is everyone singing along? I don't understand. No, and that's part of the problem. You're disconnected from everyone else. I've been called Santa Claus plenty of times. In fact, this is a thing that happens a lot. I get little kids, you know, like really small, between like months old and can hold their own head up, and like 5 in supermarkets, you know, they're sat in that little chair that comes with the trolley, and they're like that. And the closer to Christmas it gets, the more they do it. They're like, and I can see the look in their eyes. They're like, are you the guy I've seen on all the Christmas cards? Yes I am. Clearly not, but it's funny. Never mind. Right, I'm going to leave it there, and maybe watch some TV. I might watch. Everyone's saying I should watch The Punisher, the new version, and I'm kind of like, yeah. I mean, the clips I've seen look like the comics I used to read. So yeah, that could be a shout. Anyway, there's me. And someone with... Who's the dog? Oh, he's a speedrunner. Okay. God knows what he's doing. But yeah. Yeah, this old fart needs sleep. Yeah, me too. It'll be Wednesday. If they want to farm, I mean, I think we've been there for nearly, 3 hours? I think, yeah. No one owns a mob. If they want to farm, they want to farm too, for the same reason I do on my character. But I'm kind of the thing where if I see someone there, I think, well, you're here, I'll go someplace else. But maybe now it's there. Maybe they'll get as lucky as we did. Get a couple of parts, you know? Oh, dear. Right. Love you all. There's no one to go raid, really, that I know, so I'll just say bye for now. I'll be back on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm back in work, unfortunately. Saturday was busy. A couple of really bad fires and shit I had to sort out. Took hours, but, you know, everyone's okay. That's the main thing. But it was a complex loss, as we call it, in insurance. Anyway, so, gonna have to go... Carlos has to rock out. All I'm going to do is grab another beer, put Punisher on, and sit here like anybody else going, wish I could do that. Right. Love you all. See you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.